Good morning, evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome to episode 5 of Looking for Legends, where we get nerdy, throw math rocks, and look for legends. Yeah?
You gotta give him the eye.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Where we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. It's things might get ugly as the party will be venturing into a pretty rough spot, but we'll get to that later. Let me check my notes to see what we've got to go over. One, Nerdius Maximus. I'm going to mention him again because, wow, he's just fantastic. He does all the music that is in this show. So if you hear it and you like it, that is Nerdius Maximus Studios. I'll have his YouTube linked in the description of this video. Otherwise, check him out on Instagram, Patreon. All that will be Nerdius Maximus or Nerdius Maximus Studios. I'm not entirely certain which. I always forget. That said, I also am going to, for maybe the first time, maybe the second, I don't know, plug myself. If you enjoyed the world that this is set in, you enjoy maybe some of the factions that we'll meet, some of the history, any of that sort of thing. I do world building commissions. So if you have a world that you would like to bring to life and you would like to know a little bit more about working with me, you can reach me through direct message on TikTok or Instagram would be the best way, or my email, creatorbard1@gmail.com. Apparently CreatorBard was already taken. I don't know. We've also got a couple of other productions from people in the cast. I know we've got Our Flag Means Doom and Roll for Chaos. Do you guys want to say anything about that?
Any other day and I might have something. I'm a little too tired today. I'm sorry, Andy.
No problem. I'll
give it the same energy. Yeah, go watch Roll for Chaos. Sorry, Caden, the producer of Roll for Chaos. Here we go. But go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. We love all the antics that both of those shows get up to, and I would try to describe them myself, but it's just going to be better if you go look them up. I'll have them also in the description. Anybody else have anything to say? Any announcements, anything you just want known? Okay. Then as we begin to move into the actual play portion of this live stream, please do remember that our content, especially as we're getting into where we're getting into, may include fantasy violence, social adversity, and some adult themes as part of the storytelling. The characters, events, and settings are purely fictitious, and any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or to real-world events is coincidental and unintentional. Viewer discretion is advised, as some themes may not be suitable for all audiences. By continuing with this, we just ask that you accept these elements and join us in the community in the game that we all love. So thank you for being a part of our legendary journey, and we will now get into it as Inaka brings us our recap.
All right, everybody, strap in. This is about to be very weird. I have found myself among strange comrades indeed. Thankfully, however, they are intelligent, so I don't have to be the brains. The shirtless Zeb I have decided shall be my drinking partner. He has good constitution and is worthy opponent, even if his arm is a bit smaller than mine. While we drank, the others met with our employers. I was so drunk, when our party returned, I thought Anwu's purse sounded lighter. They have good ale in this tavern. As for Job, we are supposed to see Hildoren. I don't know who that is, but he is apparently in need of a box of grain we almost lost. See entry 46. Scorn says we're to travel on a ghost fart. First time for everything, I guess. On that note, I must remember to keep an eye on Scorn. He is very handsome, but also nosy, and lacks on asking permission. Sadly, we shall have to address it another time. My old friend Jane is sailing on the ship with us, and we shall race. Hopefully, before they and Anwu trade blows. Still not sure what happened, but whatever it was, Anwu cast powerful magics aboard that hurt the ears to be in the vicinity of, so I went to the front of the ship. Zeb must have agreed. From what I could see, he tried to restrain Anwu. Would be a shame to scuttle the ship before we're even out of harbor after all. Then Zeb tried to start the talking, and Anwu stormed off, and Daisy followed him below the deck, and I left that to her. The talking, I do not do the talking. All this transpired, and we got underway eventually. 2 days have passed. At least I think so. The previous entry suggests such. Well, not much interference nor trouble. We should be finding this Hildegard soon. Oh, Daisy says the name is Hildoren.
All right. Thank you very much.
A million claps. That's awesome.
For those of you who have not maybe been keeping up, these recaps are in the form of journal entries, which is awesome. I love hearing from each of the characters. So with that underway, you guys now are approaching the city of Hildoren, a bastion of elegance and opulence. You see the customs office and the square behind it, where presumably you are to meet with your contact. How do you all proceed?
I
was running to unmute myself.
I am just going to, how far out did you say we were?
You were basically closing in on port.
Gotcha.
Basically, this would be last preparations. Anything you guys want to do just before you get into the dock itself.
I would still be helping out above deck, just doing what I need to as far as like helping out with all the ropes, all that kind of stuff. Not doing too much, just biding my time.
Okay.
I think Anwu is still down below deck. He's kind of created like a little nest for himself. Last session we Anwu created an arcane armor for the ship, and one of the stipulations is that the armor needs to be worn in order to power it. So I think he's just got like a bunch of like pulleys and levers that kind of like connect to him. And so he's just kind of like sitting there, just kind of like, dawdling, checking this. He might have a little lever for like the rudder. So he's, just like, he's not piloting the ship, but he is like maintaining its arcane balance and just kind of sitting and reminiscing and thinking to himself as he wears the ship. Everything's armor if you think about it.
Fair enough. Anybody else making last-minute preparations?
What time of day did we say this is?
This would be just after midday.
Okay.
All right, and it has been clear skies for most of your journey. It still is. There are some clouds and a heavy breeze, but nothing more than what feels pretty good in the warmth of the day.
Has anybody investigated these crates yet? Like, have we just been... We assume we're sailing with the same crates, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to check that out?
That sounds like a good Daisy thing, huh?
Look, man. Look, man.
Look, man.
Look. That sounds like a tall person job, so...
Yeah.
Oh, so you're asking.
I was just wondering if anybody has checked out the crates yet. And we can all just imagine Daisy shrinking herself down to like 4 or 5. She's like, I can't do it. Sorry, guys. I can't reach.
Inaka was completely enraptured in something else until you said tall. She goes, what? Oh, you mean me? Why do I have to go look at the boxes?
I mean, you're not the only tall person here. You are the tallest. I was just wondering if anybody has done any kind of investigation on the cargo that nearly got us killed just like a week ago.
Sebastian is aggressively just like pulling on a rope, and he's like, "Nope, not me."
You hear Onwu from like
You
a
know
couple floors below. No, I didn't think to do that. Sorry.
Okay, Daisy's gonna go check out the boxes real quick. Just a quick detour.
So you're just so I know your intent is to open the box, right? The boxes.
Yes, I'm gonna go down and cast detect magic on it.
There is no magic.
That's very suspicious. Not even the lack of magic. Your tone. I have a problem with your tone.
Insight check the DM.
that was great.
Check my own conclusion here.
Wait
Wait a minute.
So there is no magic.
Does it just smell like the same grain? Does it smell like it's just the same shit?
It's hard to tell. The boxes, the wood is pretty thick.
What's in the box?
I swear to God. Don't make me open this damn box. You wanna roll for it? I'll roll investigate.
Sure, roll investigation.
I was fiddling with my character sheet. Hold on.
No problem.
Yeah, that is an extremely laggy. What's my roll here? Come on now. That's a 10. That's a strong 10.
Ooh, yeah, it's hard to tell from the outside. The boxes look the same. They seem to have the same stamp or stencil painting on them. The nightshade, but
I just don't believe you, and now I'm even more suspicious, but I don't know if I am ballsy enough to open that damn crate.
As you are debating whether or not you're gonna open the crates, you hear from above the deck. Right, guys? You all ready for Hildoren?
Sebastian is sitting now. He's got one of those ladles of water. He's just like sweating. He's like, "Yeah."
I know you are, mate. I was talking to the rest of these guys.
Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
What about you, Stone Climber?
You know me, always ready for the next payday.
All right. And you? Never mind. He kind of hops off back up above the deck. And you all begin to feel the boat is slowing as the anchor has been dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Are the crates getting opened?
No. What? Hold on.
Okay,
Because
okay,
you
all right,
say it like
all right,
that.
no.
You say it like that, and it sounds like I should open the freaking crate,
No,
Josh.
no, I was just asking. All right, Anu,
You're
what were you
asking
saying?
as if the next sentence will be, okay, roll initiative.
Daisy has been down there long enough that Inaka's gonna be like, fucking with our payload, and I'm gonna follow.
You go down there.
Okay.
Daisy, what are you doing?
I told you this was a tall person job. I don't know if we should open the crates or not.
I will come and look at the box.
I have a feeling that this is not the same as it was last time, but it's just a weird feeling, so I could be wrong.
All right, and she'll walk over. What would the DM have me roll?
To do what?
Hello there. Sniff it, look at it, tap the top of it, knock, knock, knock. Anybody home? I don't know.
That stuff seems perception to me. Let's.
Perception, really? Here, I thought you were gonna make me roll with a -1. Thank you.
Well, yeah, you're perceiving with the senses. That seems perception to me.
Okay, sure. That's not bad. 24.
What?
I rolled
I mean,
an 18. I have a +6.
They seem like these same crates. There doesn't. Probably Daisy's just overreacting. Probably.
I hate you, Josh.
Guys, we're getting gaslit by our DM.
I can't believe
We
this.
really are.
It is the same crate, Daisy. Come on now. Look, even if it is something
Okay.
illegal, do you really want to know that, bringing this here?
It's not that I necessarily want to know if it's illegal. I just want to know if we should be worried about getting ambushed as soon as we dock.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, we'll just go upstairs.
Okay.
All right. As you go upstairs, the ship has come to a complete stop, as much as it can in the water, because it's not really how boats work. The board has been tossed over to walk across, and there is someone standing next to it on the pier with a clipboard. They seem to be wearing very official-looking garments.
Hi!
Sebastian is getting like all of the clothes on and stuff, and like actually like getting set up still. So
Daisy will go ahead and greet him.
I'll be right behind
All right.
Daisy. I'm ready to get off this ship.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, just saw the comment.
Yeah. Okay. When you step off, the person that stands before you is a female elf with sort of long, wavy hair of the blonde coloration, green eyes, sharp features that looks to you and says, "All right, now, who do I talk to? Who's in charge?"
I guess that would make me. He's still getting his shirt on. We are here with a delivery.
Excellent. All right. Well, let me put you in touch with someone that can help you. Charles, come here. And a human with a shaved head walks over to you. Yes. I do believe that these people require a check.
Is Charles in charge?
Charles is in charge for all intents and purposes. Thank you.
Who's the boss?
And she kind of like shoves the clipboard into Charles's chest and walks away. Sorry. What is the name of your ship?
The Phantom Gale.
Phantom Gale.
Thank God you said it.
All right. And the consignee and shipment. What are we declaring today?
A bunch of stuff. There's a whole ship full.
Well, it's a shipment. There are crates with Lotus stamps on the outside.
Lotus stamps? Alright, what's inside the crate? I do have to... I mean, we keep records, you know.
Great.
It was not our job to open, it was our job to transport.
I think... Yeah.
Alright,
But with the flowers on the outside, we assume grain or seed of some kind. Can't tell you for sure.
okay. Well, I'll put down grain for now. And the consignee and the receiver?
That's...
Man, I was just hired to make sure the ship didn't sink again.
Hello, good sirs. I'm putting my last hand on here. I'm just coming up. So, I believe this here manifest ought to do it, and I'm just gonna hand the written thing that actually states, because it's August. What's the guy's name, right?
Yes. Thank you. That is rather helpful. Okay. Oh, you're here. You're here to see August or Arient?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes.
Oh my. Oh well.
Is that a problem?
Good luck.
Thanks. I tend not to need it, but
Charles, my friend, we don't really come from this area. You seem to be on the back end of the favor of this person. Do you want to give us a 411 of what's going on here? Should we be concerned, or we should? Rumor's good.
Even though Charles sort of is on the obviously the lower end of the totem pole, he looks at you, Scorn, and there's something in between fear and distaste. I should really just check this and go.
no. The man asked you a question.
Right here, pal. Come on,
we'd very much like you to give us what you know.
And in he would kind of look at you, Zeb, and say, "Man, this man."
Well,
that's how I identify. I don't identify as a they.
Yeah, I mean, we're
female. So what are you getting at?
Yeah, so are you worried about lineage? Is there an issue here? Is there tension? That's the word I'm looking for. Is there tension?
Trust me, he's definitely not a woman.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, I really don't.
I don't know what that means.
How you know that? I think I just need to do my job. Check. Right. There's that. And good luck. He hands the book back to you, Zeb, and walks away. It begins to walk away, and he kind of sort of looks back over his shoulder, very confused, before he actually does take off.
Well, that was interesting.
That was an experience.
So, anyway.
Nothing I'm not used to, you know?
That was weird. Okay, so, I know I missed a bit. Was it just him? Was he in charge?
I don't think Charles was in charge. I don't think he was the boss.
No, all right. Well, who is? Do we know? Is there a person? No? All right, cool.
We just have to go find Augustus?
Yeah, at the mention of that, we pan over and see Onwu just with his arms full of scrap, just kind of standing motionless. And he goes, I think it's time we find August. I'm gonna go that way, and I think I'm just gonna start walking towards town, maybe a market or something like that, and see if I can press some locals.
Okay.
Stay together. Stay together. Have a battle buddy.
As you all... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Daisy is going to go ahead and take on the appearance of just a very average-looking elf.
Okay. As you all begin to step onto the pier and walk toward the square, you see approaching you, or rather the ship, 6 figures that are wearing a sort of dark padded armor with capes that or cloaks. Their hoods aren't up, but they are cloaks with silver thread that weaves elven runes in and out of the design of the cloak. Leather boots, hair all pulled back the exact same, and on their the clasps where their cloak comes together, the clasp is a hand sort of reached out like almost like clawed, without claws, but that kind of almost like it's gripping something. They all make their way toward you all, and
do I recognize?
Stop you.
Do I recognize any symbols on them?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Was Charles just giving me a dirty look? Was he giving Daisy and Anwu? Was it given, or in Nanaka? any shady? Just me.
It seemed like it was directed at you. Yeah.
I got a 19.
A 19. The spectral hand is a symbol often associated with the Arborean Wraiths that is designed to, while maintaining their ghostly theme, also signify their grasp on power and their domination of whatever they can dominate, to put it that way.
Okay. I'm going to quickly just whisper to Scorn. That's some Arborean Wraiths. So, I'm going to do my best to just stay quiet.
What are you thinking? Should I take a page out of Daisy's book and not be the loving me that we all know?
Depends on how safe you want to be.
Fair enough.
Scorn is going to kind of duck back by the ship to where he can't really be seen and do his hat of disguise and make himself look like an old half-elf alchemist. Long beard.
Mm. Okay. The 6 approach you, and sort of they where they were just sort of grouped loosely. As they come closer to you, they begin to form a pretty strict line, shoulder to shoulder, blocking off passage.
Daisy hangs back from the rest of the group a little bit.
One steps forward slightly. What are you declaring?
Ah! What? What did you say?
I I suppose we'll talk to you. You seem the most agreeable.
No manners in this damn city.
I think you're only half deserving of manners, wouldn't you say?
I think you're half deserving of this finger. I give you both, but, only half.
The figure brings up a hand and pulls it back down.
I was about to say, Anaka steps up behind Scorn like I fucking dare you.
We heard there was an issue with this shipment. I think we need to come aboard and see what the issue was.
There's no issue.
What are you talking about, an issue? We got here smooth sailing.
Our authorities say there was something to be checked on.
Daisy's gonna kind of shoulder her way past the rest of them and just talk directly to the elves. Just ignore everybody else. There wasn't an issue with the shipment. We need passage.
And what's a pretty girl like you doing with this group?
They were assigned to my ship as protection, as if I would need something so pathetic as them.
Well, then by all means, pass. Good lady.
Appreciated. Come on, adults.
That's what I thought.
And once you have made it through their lines, they close ranks.
I'm following behind Daisy close, and then they bump
Yeah, absolutely. It's that kind of forearm up, sort of into the chest.
I was assigned to bring all of them.
And I'm certain those arrangements can be made. But first, we need to look on the ship.
Do you want to answer to Our Lady in Purple? Or do you want me to do it for you?
Give me an intimidation check. Let's go.
I do Flash of Genius, and I just conjure up a little bit of something, just a little bit of something. I kind of flick my wrist with my Omni tool and just make it so that there's a flurry around you, just to add to that something happens magical in this moment. Maybe they don't quite know, but it just adds that woof, you turn around and there's just a puff of wind that blows your hair and blows your cloak. Just adds a little bit of something to that. Flash of Genius, add +4.
Okay.
Wow.
So, adding that +4 brings me up to 21.
I'm not certain what you mean. He gives a nod to the others. They begin to separate, but for now, you all can pass.
Appreciated. If I need to, I will come deal with you later. She just walks away.
I quickly behind her. I'm sitting on the back of her feet. I'm so close.
And as you begin walking, the figure does still say, "Lady, you all have passage, but we have our orders. I still need to go on the ship. I hope that this does not affect your will toward us in any way."
Where did your orders come from?
The floating cities themselves.
And are you saying that the floating cities should supersede her ladyship?
The floating cities comprise the Celestial Council. Unfortunately, on this, I have to say yes.
I say let them on.
We did our job. We got the stuff
Orders
here.
are orders, you know how it is. She just walks on.
Inaka, as all of this is happening, you hear a voice whispering behind you.
Hey, you think I could, come with you all? I'm not sure I feel quite safe here.
As long as you can keep close, I don't see why not. Where are you?
And it's that whole, like, they're staying behind you so that you kind of do the whole...
No, not fast enough.
Too slow. Then, as you all are let through, Chain darts out from behind you, Inaka, and sort of shoots a wink back in your direction and runs. Okay.
She just nods at him. She doesn't want to give away where he's at or where he's going.
Okay.
Scorn, I really do think you should have set that depth charge in there. This would have been a perfect moment for it.
What makes you think I didn't? Not my ship, not my problem.
As soon as those elves are out of earshot, Daisy just, guys, I am so sorry. I don't think any of you are pathetic. I just wanted to make sure we made it past the guards. I hope there are no hard feelings about that.
No, that was actually very, very clever, very smart. I think that just saved our skin.
Why,
I
thank
do
you.
want to do a sleight of hand as they pass me, though.
Okay.
That's not
What
bad.
are you trying to do?
Oh,
with the
I'm
sleight
gonna
of
put something on them.
hand? Ooh.
Does a +6 as a 23 elude them?
Let me see.
We were so close, Scorn.
Absolutely, it does. By a lot.
Cool beans. All right.
I love them
Whippersnappers
so
don't
much.
even
Can
see
we
that.
keep them?
Gotta eat my licorice, my Icarus.
Yeah, get some of that black licorice. Black licorice.
What I just put on them was a... Which one was it? That one was... Where is it? Oil bomb.
It's like, oh yeah, so it was a bomb. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
What you all hear as you're making your way
Downtown.
toward the square through customs is when they have made it below deck, you hear havoc. What you imagine to be things being tossed around, kicked over, strewn about.
Hey, Zeb.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
brother.
oil bomb basically just... Because I didn't use an igniter. The oil bomb is basically just grease. The grease spell. Basically, anyone within that guy in the 10-foot radius just got blasted and covered in grease. Oil.
I love that.
Okay, good. So we
Okay.
didn't just destroy the cargo that we just traveled across the sea.
No, we may have been covered in-
Non-damaging, non-lethal. It just makes life very hard for them for a little while.
Yeah. So
Oh man.
as you walk through the customs building to get to the city square on the other side, you see beautiful works of art. The building having marble pillars, banners hanging from them of various what some of you might know to be aristocratic houses. You would notice bookshelves full of ledgers and presumably records, manifests, whatnot, offices. Each elven agent, the official, seeming to have a member of a non-elven lineage with them, each with a shaven head. You make your way out onto the other side. And you see people arrayed in jewels, in fine cloth, the threads of which seem to shimmer in places. This is, as I said, a bastion of opulence. One in particular seems to be going about really nothing until they notice you. They look around, and you hear within, I would say, Daisy, you hear within your mind,
Is this the shipment I'm to receive?
Muted.
Yep, muted.
There's so much noise out there. I guess that depends on who you are.
Arient. I'm of the family Arient. I'll leave the rest to you. If you are the shipment, you should know.
Fair enough. Okay, guys, I think that's what we're looking for.
We look over.
And again, in your head, you hear,
Why did they send this group?
Because we were the best for the job.
The best for the job.
and this is out loud as you guys have drawn close.
The best for the job. Do you understand
want your
what stir?
Or not?
Do you understand what stir I am making by talking to you, let alone any of them?
Do you want your shipment or not?
What ship is it?
The Phantom Gale. Or the Ghost Farts, as we like to call her.
Very well.
I had prunes earlier, and I had nothing to do with it.
This person, August Arient, looks at you, Scorn, in a half-elven form, and just gives a look of disgust.
Got something in my teeth? Wait, I don't have any teeth.
No, just in your blood.
He scratches his chin, and you notice a ring that bears a clawed hand.
You know, if you want the stuff on your ship, you better go, because there's a couple juvenile delinquents over there tossed on the boat as we speak. 5 of them. Don't like the look of their faces.
I suggest if you are going to be here for any length of time, you find shelter or disguise, or better yet, both. And he walks away. And you recognize
Zeb, knowing a little bit, having a little bit more knowledge of the Wraiths and what they do, that's probably the kindest that he could bring himself to be.
Daisy just kind of like hooks him by the collar or the hood or whatever it is he's wearing. Not yet. We were supposed to be collecting payment at some point. I don't know who to talk to about that, but you seem to be quite chatty.
In the building around the corner, the one with the 3 wolves' heads on the sign, go in, tell the woman working there that you are here to collect from Arient, and please leave the others outside.
Did you say your first name was?
August.
Just making sure.
Thank you so much, Augie. And she pats him on the cheek. Appreciate your time.
And he walks away.
You smell funny.
I hate to see the stick that's up his ass. Jesus.
My gosh.
Okay.
Wait, I want to keep him. I want to keep him.
I do too, a little bit. So, as you all make your way to the building around the corner, do you do as August suggested? Do you go in alone, Daisy?
Apparently, my disguise was only half good.
The point of wearing this elven disguise was not even originally actually to blend in. It was to create a false sense of respect and security, and then immediately shatter it with the worst possible change she could make. Like, just absolutely troll the hell out of them. But, yeah, I figure if we're trying to get our gold, she may try to go in alone just to start out, and then secure the bag, as they say.
Okay.
You think you need another elf?
I think I've got it handled, but I'll message you if I do.
Real quick, I am going to do some magical tinkering. You see, Anu kind of like dips into like maybe an alleyway or just kind of like hides by himself for a second and just conjures. He takes all the glow sticks from you guys that you still have, and he's like, "Sorry, I need the components." He takes them, and he quickly whittles them into some illusory pins. And these pins, once pressed, create this illusory effect of the Arborean Wraith grasping hand symbol. It is completely illusory, so if anyone touches it, it'll be shown to be an illusion. But I whip those up quick. I just hand one. I only have 4. So I put one, I like fasten one to like honestly like the very center of my armor. I give one to Daisy and to Scorn because, you know, they're the most elf looking. And then I hold on to the last one for a second, and I look at Zeb and Anaka, and I quickly throw it to Anaka.
The guys that just showed up to our boat, were they all elf? Were they all human? What race were they?
They were all elven. Yes.
They're all elven.
And Anaka, you can just put it like on your shirt. Yeah.
Just do me a favor.
I got you,
Don't turn-
Anaka.
Don't turn it on around
Just
me.
like start like grabbing, trying to put the pin, but I'm like not touching where I should be touching.
I just put the pin right. Huh? I got. Huh?
Okay.
Okay, so
Moving on.
yeah.
See, it's funny enough as scored. It's funny enough as
I know.
scored. But he's a decrepit half elf little man.
I know.
Nasty boy.
Finnegan Springnut don't give a fuck.
Okay. All right. Then Daisy, as you walk in to this building with the 3 wolves' heads on the sign, you go basically unnoticed. The woman behind the counter says, "Are you looking for a room or a drink?"
Muted.
Oh, yep.
That's gonna happen a couple more times. I'm here to collect for Arient.
Oh, and pardon me asking, but do you have proof that you are who you say you are?
Augustus Arient? Need I more proof than that?
Well, plenty of people know August here in the city. I do apologize. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. I just business is business.
Will this work? And she just shows the crest that Anwu just gave her.
I believe that will be perfectly all right. Chest right there in the next room over.
Appreciated. And she, this is a lot of gold. She looks like an elf, but she's still got a strength score of let me double check on that. Yep, that is a solid 10. Actually, it might be 12. Hold on. Nope, it's a solid 10.
Oof. Yeah, you would probably need help carrying it. But go ahead and give me a strength check just for giggles.
Just so you can laugh at me?
Just for crits and giggles.
Yes, crits and giggles.
That was almost so bad. It's a 7.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna need help. I mean, realistically, probably just you and one other person could get it, but you are gonna need one other person at least.
I send a message to Zeb is too proud. Anaka's
too
not
loud.
very
Anaka.
subtle. Anaka's Anaka. Anwu is not. I'm gonna send a message to Anaka.
This always ends well.
Oh crap! I forgot.
Keep going.
Do it.
Okay. I think I'll actually go ahead and send a message to Zeb, and I'm gonna ask Zeb to very subtly come in and please help me lift our loot.
You say subtle, as if I have said a single word since getting here.
You're wearing plate mail.
So me being clunky. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna walk on in.
Give me a charisma stealth check. So a charisma check with the stealth skill if you're proficient.
I am not. Plus, I have disadvantage on stealth checks because of my armor.
Ooh, dexterity stealth.
Oh, okay.
I was saying a charisma stealth.
Okay.
I'm so
Not to break immersion, but mixed checks. They're a thing, guys. Anybody watching this?
Fun. Yeah, I hadn't thought about
that.
That's fun.
If they're in the player's handbook or the DMG one, but look it up. Mixed checks. They're fun.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a thing. Hang on. Do.
Sounds like a luck feat in action right now.
Yeah.
You are correct. Now, is that just my charisma modifier? Or
It would be just your charisma modifier. You're
Okay.
not proficient in the stealth skill, right?
No.
Okay, then yeah, just your
But-
charisma modifier.
Okay. 19 then.
Whoa.
19.
I rolled a 17. Obviously, that was because of a luck feat, but
Wow.
All right.
Oh, damn it.
You walk in and again are unnoticed, taking Daisy's words to heart and your own experience. You know who the Wraiths are, and if they have any foothold in this city, that is not good for humans. And you were able to sneak in, sort of blending into the atmosphere, because stealth isn't. It's not just about being quiet or getting out of sight, but making sure that you draw the least attention.
in taking into consideration what I have seen since entering, I walk up to Daisy, and I'll stand, because of my background and everything, I will stand at attention. I'll just be like, ma'am.
Mm.
There I
Ma'am,
go
you're
again. I told you it happened again. Yep. Help me lift this chest.
muted. I'll just pick it up.
Yeah.
Yep, you absolutely do. Just
And she just heads
Nice.
on out of the building.
okay.
But
All right.
but as she heads out, she's just gonna send a quick little message to the person she was talking to behind the desk, and how are we gonna play this? She's just gonna say, "Gotcha," and just walking out.
Okay.
Just a message, not verbally said out loud.
This little bundle of chaos. I
However-
swear to God.
We
However-
are walking on a razor's edge. What?
He says this as she's walking out the door.
I'm walking up.
Yes, she does. And the door shuts behind her. Message spell still sounds like your voice.
She has the changeling voice, so she intentionally made this sound like Daisy's voice, not the elven voice.
Okay, excellent. Okay. Let me roll something, because that's a tough
Fair
one.
enough.
Let's see.
Fair enough.
All right.
If this goes sideways, I'm dumping
Purple
this gold in
dice.
the water.
All right, let me come up with a percentage that I need to roll under.
25.
I rolled a 91. Nothing
Whoa.
happens.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
To be fair, there was like a 40% chance that she was gonna recognize what had happened and send people after you in a city full of Arborian wraiths.
But it would have been such a cool fight.
It would have been.
We would die.
We would have gone down in glory.
Not on my watch.
All right.
Yeah, you wouldn't die,
so-
Zeb. You'd be fine.
Hey, I'd have made sure everybody got out.
Yeah, sure.
I'll burn this city to the ground. Watch me.
That I believe.
Hey, that's more my thing, but whatever.
I'll just pick you up and aim you.
Oh, the prunes are kicking in.
Okay, all right. So, you have delivered your shipment. You have received payment. I believe that leaves only one aspect of the job left.
Weren't we supposed to tail August?
You are supposed to deliver reconnaissance back to the council. I will leave that to you all to decide how you're going to do that.
Question.
What was the name? What was the name of the bald human guy at the port?
Charles.
Charles.
Charles? I think Daisy's just gonna turn into Charles.
I don't know what that means.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Continue.
All right. So before your eyes, Daisy changes. I assume in a back alley of sorts.
Yes.
Okay.
In the middle of it.
Changes into the bald human you had seen before, Charles.
My clothes, though, they generally stay the same when I change actual forms. So I'm gonna have to just real quick probably throw on a random ratty tunic and pair of pants.
If you had the glamored studded armor, you could do like a full-on Mystique kind of thing. That'd be super cool. Okay, sorry.
That would be so cool!
Yeah. It'd be dope.
Hey, Anwu. Hey, Anwu.
Can you make this?
Okay.
Daisy,
So-
all I ask is that whatever you're about to do not get this individual into anything that he can't get out of. Please.
You know, it is a reasonable request. But you saw how we treated everyone as well.
I think there's a reason for that.
I guess the indoctrination would run pretty deep here, huh?
Especially when there's a knife held to your throat.
I'll be careful, I promise.
I appreciate that.
I am following you.
Okay, so I want to figure out exactly how we're going to do this. I understand that we're supposed to be running a reconnaissance mission here. First things first, did anybody see where he went?
To the ship.
Awesome. Did anybody see where the real Charles went?
Pretty sure he's just working at the shipyard, or like down by the docks, if I'm not mistaken. Question, DM. What is the relationship of August to the individuals that like put us on this mission again? Are they like? Is there a semblance?
There
of, like...
is no relationship.
Okay.
They had never heard of this guy before.
Okay. Gotcha.
It was part of the Altered Trade Manifest.
Okay. So to that, I will look at the group and I go, first and foremost, we understand that this guy is with the Arborian Wraiths. So, I mean, that is definitely some extra added information that we can send back too. So now we just got to figure out where he goes, where he sleeps. Maybe put a knife under his pillow. I mean, I don't know.
And
In
of
his
course,
pillow?
that would make him elven.
How
So
tall
then
are
we
the
know he's-
buildings mostly in this area?
They're a general array. The customs building itself is only roughly like a story and a half. What we'd say, it's just tall ceilings. Some of the buildings go up to 2 or 3 stories. Most seem to be 1 story. In this area, mostly shops and merchantware, as it's kind of where people all just get off the boats. But you do notice that out from here, there are a couple of different districts.
Do I see anybody on top of the buildings? Like, is there an above ground patrol?
You give me a perception check.
Same.
Because that's an interesting one.
I might do that as well. Just kind of.
Yeah. Anybody who wants to, go ahead.
50. What the heck's going on?
Okay.
19.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Anwu, whether it's the number of people, whether it's the overwhelming feeling of what you've already been through, whether it's the fear of being in this city, you're not quite sure, but you're not quite with it today. You can't see what everybody else seems to be able to. Scorn, you do notice on some of these taller buildings there are what look to be almost watchtowers. Not so much a patrol, but just general lookout vantage points. And Inaka, in one of these, you notice that somebody looking out toward the sea, there is an elf. Behind this elf, there is a sort of a lithe feline figure that taps one shoulder and then spins around and jumps off the building and begins to run along the roof. The guard looks around and ducking behind the place where the watchtower is, you just see Shane kind of snickering.
Don't worry about me, Daisy. No one will see me. You're muted.
The biggest challenge with this very half-baked plan I came up with 14 seconds ago would be coming across the real Charles. Anybody coming across the real Charles. Now, I'm not one for murder for the heck of it, so maybe we should... I wasn't looking for volunteers. I was thinking that we should probably find a way of containing him until our little reconnaissance has concluded.
Then let me look for him. I will contain him.
Non-violently, as far as you are able to.
As far as I am able to the bet. Okay.
Let me be 100% clear on this. Don't kill him. And unless he puts you in physical danger, do not put him in physical danger. But keep in mind that you are much, much larger than he is, and he probably can't put you in physical danger anyway.
You're so pretty when you're worried. You know that.
Oh, thank you. Okay. It's weird because I look like Charles right now, but I appreciate the sentiment.
I'm not worried about that. I will find him. Don't concern yourself. I'll keep him alive. Or close to it.
Awesome. So then,
right.
We probably should head toward the shipyard. And you guys should probably not be too close to me. Anaka, you want like a 5-minute head start?
She's already running upside of a building.
Anaka, you... Oh. Okay.
Real quick.
I can't hear you, Kevin. Sorry.
Sorry, Scorn, maybe you should be the elven woman that Daisy was. Are you able to do that? Little bit of flip flop there.
We
We haven't seen your face.
I think he means the one that you just turned into.
Oh.
So that way that person's still with us.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Do we
Hold
want that, though? As players, do we want that?
I don't know. I want to keep him.
I'll be back.
Scorn is gonna go down into a secluded area. It's looking like he's gonna be like pissing on a bar wall.
And then all of a sudden, you turn into an elven woman. That's terrifying.
Do we need to make sure we don't kill anyone? Like, should we keep track of a knocker while we still can?
I like this.
I mean,
You saying that we shouldn't try not to kill anyone, because I was really running along the same thought process, and you definitely could be right.
This is the weirdest experience I've ever had. I say we just keep going.
I mean, at this point, I don't think we could stop her from killing somebody if all three of us tried. But heck, let's just go.
Scorn is going to look at Zeb and be like, "Come." just like regally, just like
Whatever you want, Mama.
I love this so much.
it's too good. It's too good. Okay, Anwu. Before all of that happened, I think you were saying something as well.
I think it's taken care of. I think we're good.
Okay. Back in Hildoren, surrounded by the general decadence of the city, Daisy has turned into Charles, the human who was working in on the docks. Scorn has turned into the elf, which was previously Daisy's disguise. Anwu has made things. Inaka is hiding, and I'm not even sure what Zeb's doing. Go ahead, guys. Take it away.
I'm holding the chest of gold still.
Yes, you are. Hoisted
Should we
high
stay in this
aloft.
back alley and divvy that up real quick?
Well, I was gonna say how much does the chest weigh?
I mean,
A lot of gold.
that's a lot of gold.
That's fine, but how much does it weigh?
Oh,
It's
shoot.
important.
You're gonna need to do math, huh?
This is important.
It was, let's see, what, 250 per I don't. What was the?
It was 300 per person.
It was.
I
300
think
per person?
300 was one of the numbers.
And then an extra 150 per on top upon return.
450?
I watched the whole episode to do that recap today. Yes, I remember.
Okay, so on this end, it's 150.
It's 200. No,
Okay,
that ain't right.
sure.
200 gold apiece.
Yeah.
200 gold apiece, and then we agreed that we would tack on that extra 150 for the reconnaissance mission.
Okay,
But it's
excellent.
probably not
Okay.
in this, right? It'll be when we get back.
Yeah, it'll be when we get back.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
200
assume that they
though,
would
on
not
this
be
end.
holding payment for us so that we can spy on them. That chair goes
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. 0.02 pounds.
I don't know why, but all I thought of was that sound. What the is a kilometer?
All right.
0.02 pounds.
So it says, wow, that's actually not that much. I thought it was way more than that. But the chest itself is actually still pretty heavy. You're looking at what? 45, 50 pounds?
And
okay,
fine. And without
Are you
the
telling
gold,
me Daisy couldn't lift 50 pounds?
Daisy, here's the thing. I gravely overestimated the weight of a coin.
I did too. I really thought it was going to be at least like 120 pounds, that chest.
Dude, I totally... It said the coins themselves weighed like... It doesn't matter how much they weighed. Zeb.
How much does the chest weigh without the gold?
I
was hoping you weren't going to ask that.
Is this math class now?
Let's make it easy. If it's
what if I want to
45
throw
pounds,
this at somebody? Okay.
if it's 45 pounds with gold in it, let's just say it's 5 pounds by itself.
Okay. Fine.
10 pounds with explosives.
Sebastian has 5 sacks of gold. Daisy has 3 sacks.
Right? Like, what even?
All right. Okay. Everybody,
right.
let's just divvy up the gold. I'm taking the chest. Scorn, you want to attach some bombs to this thing?
Much rather not be seen doing anything like that.
Well, no, we're in the alley still, but like that's...
Oh, yeah, fuck it. Let's do this thing.
Anyway, so yes, we'll divvy up the gold now.
Okay.
I'll grab Inaka's. Right, because Inaka climbed up the wall and it scurried off, right?
Yeah, she's already gone.
Okay,
She's
cool.
like stealthing on the rooftops.
Cool. Since Inaka only had one satchel, I have plenty, so no worries. Throwback from like episode 2.
Oh, back in the good old days. I don't, I'm so sorry if you guys keep hearing roosters and chickens.
I did hear a rooster in the first bit, and I was like, why is there a rooster in the C track?
He's very excited about roostering.
Aren't we all? I don't even know what that means, guys. Anyway, so Daisy, what are you doing as Charles? Let's just take it there and we'll go with it.
The intention is to get back to the dock after we've divvied up this this spare change, right?
Yep. And then I had Will put like an explosive inside, and then I just latched it shut again.
That's
or whatever Will actually wants to put inside of it. But then, yeah, I'm still holding the chest.
For the size, I'm going to put 4 withering bombs inside.
Ooh. Okay. All right. 4 withering bombs.
Alrighty, cool. I updated my gold. And the intention is to get down to the dock.
Yep.
Ideally, Inaka will have incapacitated and contained the true Charles, and I will be able to kind of sneak down in there and try to converse with Augustus about what it is that they're looking for on the ship. Like, why it's so important that this ship be searched.
Okay. Then Inaka, I would like you to just roll me. How are you attempting to apprehend Charles?
She's running along the rooftops. She'll just keep looking down, run along, look down, run along, look down. And the second she spies him, she's gonna run down the side of the wall, snap him by the collar, wrap a hand around his mouth, and then just run right back up.
Okay, I would like a dexterity check.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute. I don't know why I keep using this
Acrobatics
die.
would
It's
apply.
impossible to read. Awesome. That's really good, actually. That's a 21.
Okay, excellent. Was that with the acrobatics?
Yes. Plus
Okay,
6.
excellent. All right, awesome. So, you definitely you spot him, and he when you wrap your arms around him and like hold his mouth shut, he almost just like from the sheer force of you yanking him back, just kind of like goes limp. Just probably from the sheer surprise of that happening, he just out of fear just passes out, and you pull him straight back up the wall. Okay, all right. So the others of you, Scorn, are you as the elf also going with Charles?
Yeah, I think that's the best bet is to just try to stay together.
I'm just going to be right behind him, sort of in like a marching formation, just playing my part.
Okay.
Just for a little added fun and flavor, because he's passed out, I'm going to pull the hempen rope out of my bag, tie his arms up where he couldn't move if he wanted to, and then I'm going to baby Bjorn him to my back and then run across the rooftops trying to find everybody else.
Yes. Okay. All right. You do get to the Phantom Gale. You who are going. And you do see August Arient, who now stands on the dock, directing a couple of those previously seen hooligans as they are carrying large boxes, presumably of grain, onto the dock.
Real quick, I was just gone. I'm so sorry. I wanted to say Anwu casts invisibility and follows Daisy.
Okay, excellent. And interesting.
I hope we don't have to do this for too long. I can't keep that up.
It lasts for
Okay.
like an hour, right?
How long we following this dude? How long this gonna take?
Now. Guess we'll find out. Do we see August Arient down there anywhere?
Yeah. He, like I said, he's down there directing the guys with that are carrying the big boxes of presumably grain.
Gotcha.
I'm going to go down that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow behind him at a respectable distance.
Her.
Her.
Get my pronouns right.
Okay. All right. As he sees you, Scorn, in Daisy's disguise, he looks to you and says, "And what are you doing back? I'm simply procuring my wares, and I'll be off."
And at no point was I stopping you. Is everything satisfactory, or are we going to have more disillusions of grandeur?
I'm sorry, I don't know who you think you are.
I know
But-
exactly who the hell I am, and I know you're not worth my time. Get your cargo and go. Our business is done.
Give me a deception check.
With advantage. I'm sexy as fuck, boy.
Can I?
Yeah, I'll allow advantage.
No,
I-
I always have advantage at deception.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's
Unless-
right. That's
yeah.
right.
Is there any way I can help him just by my presence of being there and looking scared of him?
I mean, for dramatic effect, yes. Unfortunately, mechanically, he already has advantage.
That would be a 21.
All these 21s today. Okay.
Right?
17 plus 4.
21.
21.
I will disregard that statement. Very well. They are, so far as I can tell, satisfactory. I have not seen inside them, but
And he kind of just snaps his fingers a couple times and points at the crates as these other elves begin, like, kind of jam sort of like crowbar tools inside of them, lift up the lids. He kind of runs his fingers through it.
yes, quite satisfactory, I suppose. This will feed our boys well.
Excellent. I assume it's food. We were not told what the cargo was for. It was not our business to know.
Well, it's still not your business, but
And yet you
The
told me
city-
anyway.
Damn.
well, I was going to anyway. But
And you presume I cared.
Just back and forth.
care or not, this will feed the boys. On your way then, and do take the rabble with you.
My hired hands are my own. Your tongue can be mine as well. If it steps out of line.
Say it slower.
I mean, I didn't say what I was going to do with it, but...
Not a spicy episode.
And the as you say that, the wraiths all sort of begin to like step forward and reach for their weapons, and he kind of throws his hand up and walks away.
The oil-covered race?
They do have oil on them, yes.
Interesting.
Okay. So, what are you all doing?
Oh my god, I'm sugar mesh.
Anyway.
I creep up behind Daisy and I whisper, "We should probably follow Arient. See where he's taking these crates." Oh, this is Onwa, by the way.
Yeah, Daisy's gonna make every effort not to.
Sorry, this is Onwa. Sorry. I'm invisible. Remember when I turned invisible like 5 minutes ago?
You don't stop talking, honey. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Charles is gonna go ahead and follow August.
Okay. All right. So, make a stealth check, and I will say, straight roll.
Oh my God! The service of Harris Bam.
And you can, if you're using, if you're less hiding and more just trying to blend in socially, you can do the same like blended charisma stealth check if you'd like. Yeah, I thought that might help.
I mean, originally it was a 24, but if we're adding my charisma modifier, that would make it a 28.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Wow.
Okay.
No one notices you as you just kind of assume the role that you presume Charles would have. You blend in relatively easily. There are a couple of times where some elf or another gives you a look or shouts an order at you. But if disregarded, they will kind of just go along their way and find somebody else to do what they want done. You follow August. I will say all the way to the edge of the city and onward. As you're kind of walking through, you notice that there aren't farms in the city. There aren't. I mean, there is some fishing that goes on. Not that much for being a port city. There really isn't. There aren't any animals being raised for livestock. This seems to be a rather unsustainable city. And you follow August all the way to its edge, into which, or by which there is what seems to be a forest of some sorts, with a path that he begins to walk. Do you continue to follow? In Anwu, you would be getting close to the end of your
oh boy.
Visibility. You're not quite there yet, but you're close.
I'm going to hang back by just a few steps then, and I'm going to go ahead and cast invisibility again on the both of us because I know how long it lasts.
Sure.
Okay.
You
can cast invisibility on both of us?
I can.
At a higher level.
Because I can cast it at a higher level.
I was just using it at a low boy level.
Cool. I'm going to cast it at second level on Anwu and myself. And we're going to continue to follow.
Is invisibility a first level spell?
I'm pretty sure it's second.
Oh, is it second? Then I'll cast it at third. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So, as they continue following, what are the rest of you doing? Inaka, I would say with your perception check earlier, you would notice when they go through.
I'll keep pace with them, but still staying on the rooftops, trying to make sure I'm unseen.
Okay.
Zeb, what do you think?
So the other wraiths, did they hang back by the ship?
No, they were also carrying, they were carrying the grain.
Okay.
With August.
Oh boy. I don't know, man. Kind of at a loss of where my character could be both useful in what they would want to do, since Sebastian wants nothing to do with anything that this city has to offer.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You know what I would do? I would go back to the ship and the crew and everything, since we did hear a tussle and whatnot and everything that happened down below decks. I want to check on the remnants of the crew and make sure that everyone's okay. That's what I would do. Keeping the chest under arm, but that's what I would do.
Okay. All right. Okay. And Scorn?
Scorn's gonna follow Zeb onto the ship as the lady to retire for the evening, but once he's in cover, he's gonna turn himself into a high elf wearing not a uniform like them, but wearing black and still rocking Anwu's pendant that he gave me.
Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. And when you are transformed, are you staying on the ship?
I kind of feel like I need to go follow them. I get Zeb's basically checking on the crew and checking the ship for now. So, but the other three, I don't know.
I suppose I gotta go save those kids. All right. Zeb, you hold down the fort. I'm gonna go find them and deal with them.
Scorn's going to take another liar's lozenge and walk that path. And he's going to send a message to Daisy.
Hey, kid, where you at? Distance direction.
We headed
It would have
west?
been east.
East. Headed down a trail into the forest toward the east.
Scorn is going to head that way, hopefully.
And Inaka, as you from the rooftops see, Charles is sort of trailing this group that's carrying your boxes into the forest. Charles is trailing, and then all of a sudden vanishes.
Shit. Fuck, goddammit, son of a bitch. She's just
all right.
cursing.
We can believe that. We can believe that in both.
Yeah.
That's about right. That's about right, though.
How am I supposed to protect any of you if I can't find you? I'm just gonna keep heading
I
in the
want to
same
say that
direction
Daisy
we
would
were.
remember to like message Inaka, but she wouldn't. She wouldn't think to do that. She's just a little off in her own world right now.
Yeah.
I'm just following on the rooftops, going the same direction. I think I remember everybody going and trying to follow the same people she was following. Will you stop clawing on my chair?
I'm sorry. I won't do it anymore. I promise.
Sorry.
Okay, and you do make your way to the forest, and as you're at the entrance to that forest path. Oh, I see. That's what we meant. As you're at the entrance of that forest path, you see Scorn in disguise coming up on the... Oh, no. You see what looks to be an Arborean Wraith.
This is so good.
Okay, still following for the moment. I'm not acting on anything until after I see Daisy or Anwu.
Okay.
So if they're going into the forest, then I'll scuttle in among the treetops.
Okay, excellent. I will say that eventually the two of you, Inaka and Scorn, get to where the others, the group, is visible. You follow them for a couple hours, as they take this path out toward... Actually, I would say it'd be about an hour and a half outside of the city. There is a mine. In lieu of any true sustenance in this city, there is a mine full of gems, full of various precious stones that has given this city the name the Jewel of Siluria. They have to import all foods almost, but they can export great amounts of wealth, and they enjoy in their own city a great amount of wealth. This group goes into the mine. You see them beginning to light torches sort of as they go.
Are we already out of invisibility?
I would say by this point, probably, because it lasts an hour, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool.
We're gonna hang back at the tree line.
If they go into the cave, I say we hang
Okay.
back a little bit. Just
All right. And at some point, Inaka and Scorn, you see Anwu and Daisy come into appearance.
I don't have any scrying. If my freaking figurine of wondrous power weren't so dang obvious.
I see them go into the mine, yes?
Yeah.
Cool. I pop out my bottle of dust of disappearance, dust it over myself, and go into the mine.
Ooh. As you scatter your dust of disappearance, you hear, "There enough of that to go around." Sorry, didn't mean to scare you guys.
Jesus. No, there's only enough. You see how small this bottle? It's a bottle like this big.
Hey, sorry, I was just, remember the kind of trouble we used to get into, you know what I mean?
I remember, yes, you'll have to rely on your soft toe beans this time.
All right, stone climber. All right. Well, I guess we'll just see who has the softer toe beans.
And they dash into the cave.
Follows.
Oh my gosh. Well, I turned to Daisy and I'm like, no, I get.
Oh no, I did the dust while I was in the tree. Y'all don't see me go in.
I don't see you? Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, Daisy, looks like we should chill here and wait for everybody else.
You don't have any. Don't. Shh. Do you want to hear all that nonsense? You don't have anything that we could use to like spy on them. Anything we could stick on their back or something?
I don't. I could make them really cool armor. That was a joke. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
It was actually a pretty good joke. It wasn't bad.
I don't. I could disguise us, but I don't think we should go in there.
Do we see anybody else in there? Just them going through?
You just see them going through.
So it's not even like
I would say you would see Chain's tail as they round the corner into the cave.
I can't believe this. I can't. Daisy, I am not the type of person to just rush into this knowing that it's a trap or an ambush or just a bad deal no matter what. But what else do we do? Please tell me you have a plan. I have no clue what to do.
What's Anwu's passive perception?
Probably like 10.
Okay.
Daisy's passive perception. What?
To the very far left on your character sheet.
Under your saving throws.
Yeah. I'm only seeing wisdom, intelligence, and there it is. It's 14.
I rolled a 19. Onwu's gonna get a needle to the neck again.
You feel a pinprick.
Is he invisible or is he just?
He is not. You feel the pinprick, and then you turn around to see a wraith sticking a needle into your neck.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna die! Oh my god! I'm gonna die! I've been poisoned.
Daisy still recognizes this. He didn't. Oh no! Changed into a high elf.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use that strong courage in the caves. Come on, guys, let's go.
Ah!
You shit yourself, didn't you? You shit yourself. You can tell me. It's fine.
No.
The way you were about to be swarmed in a cloud of daggers. What's your last name?
I never told you.
That's why I'm asking.
I never told you.
And that's why I'm asking.
I never told you.
Scorn, I never told you.
Scorn.
Scorn, I never told you. Wait, who's on first?
What's it to you? No. It's Muckwalker.
Scorn, Muckwalker, if you ever do anything like that ever again. Okay, let's go into the cave.
Let's go in the
I
game.
scared the crap out of you. What are you, a threat all of a sudden? Fuck off. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So, you all go into the cave, and at first, there doesn't seem to really be anything. Jagged rocks, what looks like stripped veins of gems of maybe some types of metals or but as you get further in, you begin to see crystals that make their sort of work their way out of the walls almost. At first, you just sort of notice almost like little buttons where they're sticking out of the rock. And as you venture further into the cave, you see yourself at points in nothing but rock, and at other points in more or less a massive geode. The amount of crystalline, precious stone that you see. You, in one of these places, one of these more or less geotic structures, you see you see several figures in black cloaks and padded armor. And I'm gonna just share my screen here, just, in case anybody wants to see. Let's see. There we go. Excellent.
Whoa.
All right. As you all approach this space where you see at least 5 wraiths, before you are within eyeshot, or eyesight, line of sight, before you're within their line of sight, how do you wish to proceed?
Oh man, stealthily.
This is, you're in a massive geode. There are plenty of places to hide.
I want to jump from geode to geode as quickly as I can, because this dust only lasts about another 10 minutes maybe. So I want to snap as many as I can up. Are there any chasms?
By chasm, you mean
Giant hole.
how? Well, yeah, but like, how deep are you talking?
I'm talking about like chunk a minute here. Ah.
I mean, it's a mine. They haven't gone like it gradually goes deeper. Doesn't just kind of drop off.
Okay. In that case, each one that I pick up, I'll conk over the head real good and trying to knock them out and leave them tied up behind several geodes, just trying to take out one at a time, as many as I can. Like I said, this stuff, it drops in 10 minutes.
Give me a dexterity check. I'll say actually dexterity athletics. If you're proficient in athletics, all the blended checks tonight, guys.
Yeah, for real.
26.
Oh, 26. And I assume you've dropped Charles somewhere?
She left him tied on a rooftop somewhere in the shade so he doesn't get sunburned.
I figured. Okay, in the shade so he doesn't get sunburned. How thoughtful, Inaka. Okay.
Very generous.
You all begin to notice that all of a sudden, as these figures are walking around, they seem to be leaving, maybe, or perhaps they're just walking to a different part of a cave, or you're not quite sure. But several are picked off. You guys can actually see that. I forgot. This is let's just do this then.
I mean, we can see it when you share your screen, but I can't see it in Roll20.
Yeah.
Just 2 remain.
You see just 2 at this time. Go ahead and everyone give me stealth checks. And the DC will be much lower, as Inaka has walked, so you all can run. Realistically, she's run, so you all could walk.
It's real.
Inaka, I won't need a stealth check from you. You gave me your check. So we got an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Did I see them disappearing, or is this just a knockdown?
What is your passive perception, Scorn?
I don't know. I forget how you do that. I have a 0 in wisdom, so probably not high.
Okay, I think that makes it 10.
Okay.
So, yeah, Daisy's stealth roll was a 6.
Oh my god.
Because she has +5. It was not 1.
Okay. Anwu, what was your stealth check?
18.
Okay. It was a group check, meaning that one failure does not mean party failure. And Scorn, you said you also had an 18? Okay. You all begin to make your way... Oh, sorry?
I'm still dressed like one of them. Not like them, but like an elf in black.
You all begin to make your way around this side of the large crystalline structure that you can see. And Daisy... I'm going to say... Daisy, with the nerves and the pressure of the situation, begins to hum a gentle, calming tune to herself. And as soon as she does, you all quickly put a hand over her mouth and still her, as she is reminded that this situation is fraught with danger, and you are able to make around the next bend, you all actually will see the first bit of mining that you have seen thus far. 2 humans, shaved heads, a what looks to be perhaps well, it would be a tiefling. I'm not sure if you all have seen tieflings before, but a tiefling, bald. And two Goliaths, also bald.
And they're mining?
They're mining.
Alone? Is it just them?
It seems to be.
Can I do... I don't know what would be more beneficial for this, but can I do an Arcana or a Nature check for these crystals to kind of figure out what their purpose is?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Give me either Nature or Arcana. I'll take either.
$16 plus 7, 23.
Okay. And was that Arcana or Nature?
Either one. I got plus 7 in both.
Right. I'm just like they will give you
Arcana.
2 separate Arcana. Okay. This seems to be something that you've only seen once, maybe twice. Once was in Anwu's armor. This is a piece of the firmament that seems to be broken into crystalline fractures.
Can I roll Arcana?
You absolutely can. I will say, Scorn, also with this, you would notice that this seems to be somehow tied to perhaps divination magic or illusion somewhere in that realm. Anwu, what was that roll?
It was a 21.
Okay.
I'm looking mainly to see what god or like the magic or deific origins of this magic.
Okay, I will say you can use that same roll, but it would be a religion check.
Religion?
Mm-hmm.
It might be. The roll was a 13 or something like that.
Okay.
Just want to use my religion. That is a 17 instead of a 21.
Okay. I will say that while not able to tie it to a specific god, you're familiar enough with divine domains that this seems to be perhaps a god of the trickery domain, maybe dreams, maybe somewhere in that trickery arena.
Oh. Okay.
Are crystals just growing out of the walls and the ground, or is there some coming from the ceiling?
They seem to be mostly coming from the ground. The ceiling is a little hard to see. Give me a perception check to see if you can see any in the ceiling.
Ooh. Wow. Plus 0. 19.
Okay. A 19. You definitely... You do see some, but it's again those kind of like almost just like buttons pressed into the stone where these crystals seem to be poking out. You're not sure if that's because they're actually small or if it's because they're just behind the rock and haven't been mined yet.
But I only see Daisy and Ananu. I don't know where Anaka is yet, right?
Correct. Yeah, Inaka's dust hasn't come down yet, but you also would see the 2 humans, the tiefling, and the 2 Goliaths.
You seem good.
Because I'm still in disguise, I think I want my presence to be known.
Okay. Grace, I know you're going to have to jump off here, but thank you for showing up.
Sorry, guys. I am not even in my own state right now. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yep.
But I promise I will be back next week.
We'll see you.
All
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you, Grace. And I'll get with you about, like, stuff.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. Sorry, what was that, Scorn?
Because I'm still in black as a high elf, I want to make my presence known. I don't want to be in the shadows anymore.
Okay. As you do, you notice all of them seem to straighten up their backs just a little bit, almost in it's an odd type of recoil. It is not away from something, but bracing as they continue to mine, and their work speeds up.
How goes the operation? Is the rabble staying focused on their task?
I'm sorry, who are you addressing?
Just one of the ones in the front.
Okay. I guess the human would.
No, I'd be talking to one of the elves.
Oh no! Sorry, in this area, the elves. I see.
I thought there was I thought those 2 were the elves watching over the prisoners mining.
No, there's no. That's There does not seem to be anybody watching these ones that are mining.
All right, I'll take back that statement. It's like staying hard at it.
One of the humans just kind of like doesn't like level his gaze, but just sort of looks at your feet and kind of nods and continues his work.
Someone give me a report.
The same human begins to speak. Their voice seems crackled, seems dry, seems like stones being rubbed together. And before they can say 2 to 3 words, one of the Goliaths rests their hand on the human's shoulder and says, "What do you wish? What do you wish to know?"
Progress of the day. How much has been mined? Who's been coming through here? Any rabble? Familiar faces?
No, rabble. We are well on our way to meeting our quota.
Good. Is there anyone of my kind, the pure, in the area, or is it just you?
Not that I know of. They set us to work and leave us. We do not run.
Human,
I have.
come to me.
All right, keep going.
You said human?
Human.
Okay. The Goliath does not release their grip on the human at first, but he looks up at the Goliath and just kind of gives this sorrowful, knowing look, and slowly the fingers just kind of begin to peel back as the human turns and approaches.
Scorn's going to pull out his water bladder and a cup and fill it, take a sip, top it off, and hand it to him.
Not all things are what you think they are.
Does Anwu hear that?
I mean, I'm not whispering it. I'm saying it to where those three can hear me.
Okay, I'm coming out of hiding then. And Anwu goes over and he's like, don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here.
Yeah, it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is this the point where 10 minutes has finally come up so Inaka can be fiddling by the chains with the like? Is there anything holding them there, chains or anything, or are they just there?
No, they're just there.
Well, then she steps out from behind there's a word with the crystal, one of those giant crystals, and has her water skin in her hand, and she uncorks it and hands it to one of the Goliaths.
Okay. There was at first, in the human's eyes, a great distrust. But with a Leonin and a Goliath approaching also, and I'm certain at this point Daisy would also be showing herself, they eagerly take the cup, the wineskin, whatever is given them, and begin to drink. The tiefling says, "Not so fast. You could hurt yourself. I'm not thirsty. Give the water to them."
No, you're getting a drink too, Pally boy. You're thirsty. You guys are suffering. We need to take care of you.
The human that initially spoke begins to drink and then looks over at the other human. Abelard, take this. You drink first. And there is this genuine display of selfless kindness, one toward another amongst this entire group that has been presumably here for quite some time. One of the Goliaths looks to you, Inaka. It has been long since we've seen someone of our lineage running free.
What do you mean running free?
Across the seas. I'm sure you don't understand this, but
This is the way it is for all who are not pointy-eared.
not in all places, but here, yes, child, yes.
It is not right. And she'll pull her cloak off and take that same water skin and wet a corner of it so he can wipe his brow. Because I'm sorry, they've got to be hot in there.
Yeah, absolutely. As you do, the other Goliath that initially had spoken with scorn says, It kind of gives this shocked expression.
You're impressed by the muscles, yes? Many people are. Okay, look.
No, child. Could you explain that?
Takes another swig.
I give him some water.
Yeah. Could you explain that scar at your hip?
What, this old thing? I've had that further back than I can remember. I don't know how I got it.
And for you, that doesn't mean much. I'm just
Even
saying.
yes, you're not wrong. Even before, you can check through all of my journals. I have about 50 of them. Don't look at me like that. I have no idea where it came from.
It's just quite peculiar. That's all. And your hair, it's just quite a color.
That is what the Grand Master at the monastery told me as well. I don't know. It is on my head. It hasn't fallen off yet, so I'm happy.
Very, very well.
Why?
And the two Goliaths exchange a series of glances. After which the presumably the male of the two shakes his head. No. And the woman says,
I can't not know.
Athena?
No, Inaka.
Yeah. Right. Never mind. Never mind. What are you all doing here anyway?
We're here to get you out of here. That's our mission. I don't know what we might have come here for before this, but right now, that's our mission.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid that there's not a way out of here.
Well, we came in. We can walk out.
To where?
Out of here. Out of Hildoren. Like you said, this isn't how a lot of places are. You don't belong here.
They all kind of look at one another and then look back to you wordlessly. They just expect an explanation.
Someone, if there was a person here that cared so much about you in the state you're in, not to say that I don't, I feel it's necessary that if I can do good by someone else, then I should. If they can't do it, then I should. Because I'm a hero. And I nod at Scorn and I say, because that's the right thing to do. So we're gonna get you out of here. and I bring him up, and I hand one of them my crossbow, and I hand another my Ikawa, and I'm like, I don't ever use these. So there. If we have to fight our way out, we'll fight our way out, but this isn't your place. You don't belong here.
DM, on the path that led to this place, is there a way where we can bypass most of the town to get to the ship?
You would know that it has been done. The Dawn's Light was sailing from Hildoren with their refugees. You don't know how they did it.
Okay. If we don't go into town, how close are we into the body of water that would lead to town?
I see. So you definitely could skirt around the city and go into the water.
And there's 3 of these guys? 4.
There are 5 right there. There's a tiefling, 2 humans, and 2 Goliaths.
I'd burn through all of it for the day.
All right. Is there anything in particular, magic or otherwise, that's actually keeping you here physically? Like if you stepped out the cave, would you go, or what? What are we talking here?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the last bit?
If they stepped out the cave, would anything kill them? Is there anything keeping them in this cave besides fear?
I see. The male Goliath looks to you and says,
I suppose that there isn't, but within the caverns, there are many.
Beyond this point. So if you
everywhere.
Okay.
Well,
I want to get you folks out of here, but I can't give you false promises. What you got, kid?
I guess I got armor.
Armor's good.
I'm gonna start pulling at the firmament that's around me. And it's only an action to make myself another suit of arcane armor. I have to have some metal around me, some semblance of armor, but it's a simple action to make an arcane suit of armor.
okay.
All it needs is a little magic.
Now, is it only the 5 of you prisoners in here right now, or are we talking a vast underground?
There are more. There are more on into the mines.
Scorn and Anaka, hear me out. I don't know if this is just the heroism talking, but getting these 5 people out of here isn't going to create that much of a difference. This entire nation, city, is so beyond help, is so beyond resurrection. If we save 5, that's not enough. We have to save all.
How do you suggest we get all of the city slaves out of the city?
But 5 can testify to the evil that happened here.
Yes, 5 can be brought back.
If this is the only place where the elves have power because of the imports, because they're able to press their power, I say we get everybody else then. If everybody else disagrees, then I say let's get everybody else here. Let's bring them here and show them that they can't do this.
I'm with you, kid, but
that's the long game. I understand, but we try to get these 5 out, and they just crack down harder on the millions that are still here. I think we have to change it at the highest, most level, not.
Then pick one. One they can write off as having died and they buried.
And then we come back for all of them. Everyone.
We walk off that bridge when we get to it?
We come back for everyone. Okay. Well, I have some work to do.
Better find some cover, kid, if you're going to do some tinkering.
At this point, you hear footsteps.
No, I'm certain I heard something. I don't know what, but we'll find out.
Hide.
I'm immediately going to go back to that elf mode. I'm going to look at the 5 that are there and be like, get back to work.
Yep, Anwu dips behind a crystal as he starts chipping away and just like picks up a piece and is like, that'll be good.
We thought we heard something. Is there an issue with the prisoners?
One thought he could wipe the sweat from his brow instead of picking at the crystals.
As he says that, and you give your answer, he gets a sharp elbow in the ribs as the other says,
How many times do I have to tell you? They're not prisoners. We pay them. They can leave when they please.
My apologies.
You have nothing to apologize for. You were doing your job. I was reminding this one.
Other than that, how goes it? I kind of got interrupted as I was making my way down to the center area.
It goes well, but I do not recognize your voice. Are you new transfer recruit?
I am. I am sick and tired of seeing these in the streets, walking freely. So I enjoy watching them do hard, rewarding labor.
Rewarding. A firm slap on the back.
Rewarding, yes, rewarding. Very well.
I know these crystals have much use, but I can't take my eyes off the beauty of them. It's a shame filth has to touch them, but things need to be done.
I think you probably better had keep your eyes off of them. The Celestial Council has plenty of plans for them themselves.
I prefer the gold that I'm given instead.
As do I, friend.
Other than that, I hear we had a new shipment. Is that right?
Yes, food.
Grain for the boys.
Yes, yes. We have to be fed.
Yeah. Filthy lot that brought him in, though. Is it clean? Has it been tested?
I do not know. I've only heard the stories. And not many of those.
So anyway, how's life?
I think we will resume our post.
Now, since I'm new and I was told to come this direction, what would you have me do besides correct them?
I believe that would be for your superior to decide. Ranks are as ranks are.
And who should I report to?
Who were you hired under?
I forget his name, but the elf guy that we just did business with.
Oh, August Arient.
August. August Arient is his name.
Ah, you are not in this division in general. I admire your gusto, but you will find better luck in the city.
Oh. And any information to share? Who I should be looking for, location of where we meet in this area?
Give me a persuasion check.
Damn right I will. Is that
Not to interrupt any of this or anything, but the minute that he says, "I like to," or that as the high elf says, "I like to watch," Imanaka goes, "Now he mentions this."
Persuasion is a 22.
That's wild. You're wild for that, Kelsey. Okay. Wow. 22, you said.
Yeah.
I need to recenter myself.
I believe certain meetings are conducted at the Three Wolves, but I believe that would be for your station. If you wish to ascend, they might have other places for you, but at your current rank, that is all I can really share.
Well, we all have to start somewhere. Ambition is the key to power.
Yes. Shall we accompany you out, or do you wish to watch a bit longer?
This one gave me the eye. I think I'll watch this one a little longer. Feel free to carry on yourself or stay. I don't care. But I will be leaving and heading to the Three Wolves later this evening.
They give you a nod and they walk back to their post.
Is that fair to say that was enough time for Anwu to make a suit of armor?
Silently?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you said it's just an action, right?
It's an action, yeah.
An action's like less than 6 seconds.
To be fair, it's an action to turn a suit of armor arcane. I don't know how long it takes to make a suit of armor.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's gonna require some smithing. Meaning that it's gonna be very loud.
Okay.
I see. Yeah, that was my mistake.
Well, I mean, realistically, there's a lot of things that qualify as armor.
I mean, what's to say you didn't just happen to hoard some?
I always have trash on me. I can make some trash armor.
It would be trash armor.
It would be trash
A
armor,
trash
but it would
ghillie
be
suit.
arcane trash armor. Some
Okay.
Master Splinter type stuff.
Sure. It's a short form campaign. Let's go with it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It looks like the armor from Hook that the Lost Boys wore.
Yes.
Oh, literally for real. Just like sticks and twine, basically.
I love it. Yes.
Hands and bowls. Literally, yes.
While I'm
You got
at
some
it,
arcane trash armor.
I love
I
it.
want to break off some small crystals that I can easily pocket.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
used for evidence later.
I would say you could do that relatively easily.
Okay.
It's not going to be a crazy hard thing to do. Just kind of reach over and break it off or chip some away.
We're getting ready to head out, right?
Yeah.
Well, then before we do, while everybody's doing their preparations for everything, Inaka's gonna walk back over to the two Goliaths. What did you call me earlier? Why did you call me that?
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry that we bothered you. Pardon us for that.
It is not a bother, but if you're looking for someone, I would try to help if I could. It's not very often I run into my own kind anymore, you understand?
We are not looking. We are looking for someone. No. We're our daughter. We lost her a long time ago, that's all.
Well, how old would she be? And she pulls out her notebook, completely unbothered by this entire giant coincidence, and starts writing.
Giant coincidence?
Scorn's gonna like look at them, look at her, look at them, look at her. Is there any facial features and similarities to any of the two that she might also have?
Give me a perception check, because
senses.
At least for me, family resemblances are crazy hard to actually notice. So like, I'm gonna say it takes a little bit of skill. It won't be a hard one, but
Perception.
Unless you're like scrutinizing individual parts, like looking at the noses, looking at the eyebrows.
Yeah. Only a 12.
Yeah. Okay. No, a 12 would still pass. Yeah, it seems like they have very similar noses. Inaka and the man. And she has a very similar eye shape to the woman.
Family. Related.
So we got a trash armor.
Josh, how many of those are you going to allow me to make?
I'm gonna say one.
All right, that's fair. Actually, with our plan, just one. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I won't play just the one. Yeah.
Okay.
I say we take these 5 to the water. I'm gonna give them something, and we get them to our boat. I'll lead the way. Get them to our boat, and then disappear into the night.
Yeah. That's a good plan. Let's go.
So who are you taking?
I can't say who we're gonna put the armor on, but I want to take the 5.
Okay. So you're taking all 5 of them,
if possible.
Okay.
Because I'm burning through everything, but I can make 6 bottles of water breathing.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast invisibility at a 3rd level on the 2 humans and give the tiefling the arcane armor.
Okay. Tiefling arcane armor. The tiefling, as you give it to them, says,
Can I say goodbye to someone?
You can say I'll see you again soon, but not goodbye.
Very well. They're a little further in. Would you just mind maybe
I will escort you.
accompanying me? Thank you.
Come on, get on my back. You can barely move and I run fast.
And as Inaka, as you walk off or run off with them, you just kind of hear a call, well, a whispered response behind you. She would be 30. As they have added up the math. Inaka. Further in, as this tiefling directs you, you all pass a room where you hear a woman's voice. Amongst many wraiths.
Holy shit.
You pass the door. As you do, I'm going to need a stealth check from you.
Natural 19 plus 7, that's 26 again?
That will do it.
I am told that I am quiet.
Let's go.
As you pass, you just happen to look in and see the voice looks like the voice belongs to a woman in a black and purple cloak.
Has it been 2 days?
Oh my god.
Since
has it been 2 days since it has been, because it was at
it
least
has
a week on the
been.
ship. I don't remember.
No.
All right, hold up, because we talked about this. It's a history check at disadvantage for her to try to remember it without digging through her journal, which she's not doing carrying somebody on her back. So
Sure. Be kind of silly if you did.
That's a 5 minus 1.
Yeah. You don't hear that many wraiths in a room with a woman in a purple cloak, but maybe she's in trouble. Probably not, though.
You're not the paladin. You're not the paladin. That works on me.
No.
Even if she does think the woman's in trouble, we don't have time for that. We have other shit we're doing.
Okay. All right. So just acknowledging that that's there, you take the tiefling back to a what they tell you are lovingly referred to as the guest rooms, and they are not very hospitable. A little straw on the ground. Basically everybody in one or two smaller rooms. And you see an exchange in Infernal. You don't understand what they're saying, but this tiefling is talking to a human. The exchange happens in Infernal. There are tears on the part of the human, dried by the heat of the tiefling's thumb. A kiss and a promise to return. That promise is made in common. You understand that one.
She kind of sits there, like she's not interrupting. She's just watching. She turns her head a little bit, like she had an idea that she never thought of before. Stays quiet.
The tiefling returns to you.
I think I'm ready.
Good. Come on, and hold on tight, because when I click these boots, you won't know how fast we're going to go.
The tiefling holds onto you tight.
And she clicks her heels and dashes.
Yes.
Monk.
90 feet per second, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, 90 feet per round or second?
Per 6 seconds.
Okay.
6 seconds.
Okay,
no,
right. 90 feet per round. Excellent.
That's
That's amazing. Okay. So you make it back to the group. As you dash past the room, there's a bit of wind that blows into the room itself. You hear somebody's kind of, huh? I guess it was the wind.
Yes!
Yes!
I was so afraid.
Must have been the wind.
Sneaking right behind him.
And then you in no time reach the group again. All right.
All right. Is everything settled?
The tiefling nods.
We should go.
I agree. We should leave here as fast as we can. We don't need to tarry any longer than necessary.
Periodically, as we head out, I'm going to set up some tripwire bramble bombs and occasional smoke. Nothing that would cause a cave-in or anything like that. Just bramble bombs is basically entangling vines, and smoke is just a smoke bomb.
Okay. All right, then I believe that actually ends our need for the screens. So let me go ahead and stop that. You guys actually skirted around every encounter that I had planned for today. So well done, I suppose.
We ain't fighting.
Well, that's probably a wise decision here.
Not without the tank.
Right?
I mean, we're gonna get screwed.
Yeah. So, I will say, without a check, you all are able to take them out of the cave based on what you already know about it. Having two invisible, one with an arcane set of armor, some crystals from the cavern. You guide them to the waterfront. From there, how do you proceed?
As soon as we get to the waterfront, I'm going to give all of them well, I'm going to give the 5.
All right. Since you two don't look appeasing to the people of this town, does one of you want to go with and walk the underwater to our boat? Or do you want me to do it?
I will go.
You will go? All right. Water breathing potion. Take it, go in, take a big gulp, and you're good to go.
Then she'll take the vial and just nod, like motion for everybody to follow her towards the water.
Follow the coastline. When you see the bottoms of the ships and you see one with a yellow rag at the base, that was me. That's our boat. Get them on shore nice and easy.
Will do.
Okay.
Try to load in from the back end.
We're going to talk about these double entendres one of these days.
Yeah.
The old poop deck, yes.
Oh, that was rough. Okay.
I'll make it awkward.
No, I love it. We love to make it awkward. All right. And the rest of you, with what you know of the city, and how much the city already knows you, you're able to get back on board your ship. You do notice when you go below deck, the ship is tossed. I mean, no easy way to say it, it's tossed. Unless Zeb was cleaning it all.
Considering you gave me hours to do this,
I'm so sorry.
110%. And then all I would have done was just waited outside at the gangway with the chest of bombs, basically just doing random like sword stuff.
Sure.
Just practicing.
Yeah. Okay.
As soon as I got on board, I was going to go down by the chain for the anchor, go down a little ways and tie off a yellow like rag to the chain underneath the water so they could see it.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. So everyone on board. It is now in the twilight hours, just past that dinner time, but not quite darkness just yet. And you all are able to set sail at your convenience.
Yep.
Hey, did Anaka's friend show up?
Zeb, you would have seen Chain run onto the ship with a couple of bags full of things.
Could I have actually, now that I think about it, could I have randomly asked Chain to deliver this chest to the three wolves just right outside? I don't, and like really
Absolutely.
and just to like drop it off and then just, what will be, will be.
Chain would have asked if there would be mischief involved in it.
Yeah, sorry, me. Absolutely. Don't open it unless you want to not exist anymore.
Oh, that kind of mischief. Oh, well, I mean, all right.
Just a quick run, and then you run back, and just, that's it. That's it. The closer you get it to anybody with them clasps on their things, that'd be the best.
Huh.
If they happen to catch any interest too, that'd be wonderful. And I'm not saying this is our fault or we have anything to do with this. We're just, we're just giving fate a little nudge. That's all.
All right. And they run off, and as you all set sail, you hear somewhere off on the dock an explosion. As you all set sail into the distance and see the explosion in the background at the end of the action movie, you actually
the explosion would have like smoky black tendrils coming off of it because it was a withered bomb, so it's all necrotic.
Right.
Jeez.
And it's a 15-foot blast radius facing the front for whoever opens it.
You all just see like a mushroom cloud with like tentacles just over top of the three wolves.
Yeah.
And as you set sail, I'm gonna say Scorn. In your mind, you hear, "You guys got to get back here soon. There's news about the tail.
What?
They're dead."
Oh no! Bro, the tail that we put on the
And that is where we're gonna end this session.
What? No!
I'm gonna like pull up and look up from my drink and everything. Like, that thing blew up pretty good. And it was like, oh no. Guys, the tail's dead. We gotta go.
All right.
Wow.
Roll credits. Roll credits.
God.
At first, I was like, "Oh my god, I killed Chain," but then, like, I was like, "Oh, the tail! No, oh my god, no!"
That's wild.
Yeah.
My God.
No.
Okay. All
The
right.
second you said tail, it took me like a quarter. I'm like, the tail. The tail. No!
Yeah. All
Like,
right.
do we know the tail? Do we care?
That was like okay. I don't mean to get too much into a talk back here, but that was like I remember Josh saying that was like the tail, like the best of the best. And it was like, yeah, we couldn't get it. They couldn't get a tail for the people in Hildoren because the best of the best was already tailing who we sent them on. And
All
they're
right,
dead.
folks, you heard it here. If you want to find a new job, check Indeed for being a new tail. It's not tailable.
All right. So guys, we're gonna sign off and utilize our safety tools, do our aftercare. And you guys also should be doing that after your sessions. If you're not, what are you doing? That said, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And till next time, keep looking for legends.